Hey, what's going on? It is Paul Farmer here from let's see, Freedom Project Live, episode one. Was this one? In a little bit. Here we go. Episode 160. This is my 160 episode doing this, and what I like to do is just share my journey online. Been marketing online since 2012, March of 2012. I like to share marketing tips, mindset tips, and anything else I feel it will benefit you in life, in business, anything like that. All right. So, did a episode earlier this week where I came on and I said I wouldn't be doing as many videos, and definitely not doing as many videos this week. Been doing an outreach campaign, which is basically just going out and reaching out to people, and that is actually the topic for today. All right. So, what have I been doing? Just been finishing up my workout routine. I've been on this 3-month program. I did it before. I'm doing it a second time. This time I haven't missed a single day. I've done it exactly in order how it was set up. I have 2 days remaining, and I can tell you it hasn't been easy. I can tell you there have been like more days than I can count that I didn't want to do it, that I wanted nothing but to skip the workout or reschedule it for another day. You know, like you do. Oh, well, I'll just do it the next day. Oh, I'll switch my rest day and I'll do it this day, right? Like we all do that stuff. I haven't done that. I've been completely on task, been on schedule, been doing it. So I'm proud of myself for that. I got 2 more days left and I am done. Then I'm taking 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks off. I don't know how I'm going to take off, but I'm taking some time off just to rest and recover. But that's what's going on with that. I've been doing, my personal development like always. Right now, I'm watching the live stream of social. What is it? What does he call it? Ray Higgins and Jessica Higgins event. Social Academy. I can't think of it right now. I can't think of what he's calling it. Something about social media something. I can't even think of it. But anyway, it's going on right now. And that's what I was going to share with you right now. And then tonight and tomorrow, weekends are always very busy for us because our son is in the marching band. He's in the drum line. And they have a football game tonight. And then tomorrow's a marching competition. He actually has to be at the high school by 4:30 a.m. 4:30 a.m. So tonight we'll get done with the game probably around 11. And he has to be back up at 4 in the morning, basically. Probably before 4, actually, so he gets there in time. But absolutely incredible. But, yeah, it's a very, very, very busy time of year with all that. So that, and I'm working my business. All right, so I heard this by Tarek El Moussa. I don't know if I said that name right, but he's one of the hosts. I think he is the host. I've never actually watched the show, but it's Flip or Flop. Flip or Flop, I think is the name of the show. It's a house flipping show. I guess it's the #1 show ever. I have never actually seen it myself, but he had a very incredible story of absolute struggle to where he is now. And what's interesting is he grew up in Southern California, which is where I grew up. I'm born and raised Southern California. And when he was talking about the different cities like Buena Park, I know all those. I know all those. He even went to Cal State Fullerton, is where I went to school. I went to Cal State Fullerton. He actually left Cal State Fullerton to pursue his real estate and everything. So that's a whole different lesson. But one of the things he said, and I was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. And it's not something you want to hear. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's not something you want to hear. It's not something you want to do. It's not something I want to do. But it's something to really understand, grab a hold of, because when you understand and you grab a hold of this, and it goes with exactly what Grant Cardone says too. So what he said is just expect to get no from 999 people. Just expect it. Just expect to get 999 no's before you get a yes, before you get someone that wants to work with you. Just expect it, right? Because if you expect that, then you don't really have any like false expectations, right? You just expect 999 no's. So if you're kind of tracking that and you know where you are in the process, then you know you're going to get a yes eventually, right? You're going to get a yes. So this is so important to understand. It's so important. Like, so right now I'm doing an outreach campaign. The last 2 weeks, I've connected with at least 40 people a day, at least 40 people. Some days have been more, but minimum 40. So let's just say I've connected with, over the last 2 weeks, what is that? Like, I don't even know. It's 40 times, it's 40 times 2. I was so bad at math. It's what, 160? So maybe, so like 160. So I haven't got even close to 999 notes because I haven't asked questions to all those people. I haven't seen if all those people are open. I've just been reaching out. I've just been connecting. But I can tell you where I'm at right now. I have had some sales come in. So I'm way beyond the 999, right? But I've had some sales, but I haven't had as many as I would think I would have. And again, that goes back to like something Grant Cardone says, like we always underestimate how much energy, how much time, and how much money is going to go into a project until you get it off the ground, until you really get it going. Like we always underestimate that. So when he said that, and he said the number one thing you can do to grow your business, the number one thing you can do is talk to more people. It's like, this is not anything shocking. This is not anything new, but it is what needs to be done. And the reason I stress this so much, because I'm going through the trenches right now, okay? Now, I'm not a newbie, all right? I already earn, a full-time income. I haven't worked a job in years, right? But I wanted to prove to myself, and I've done this before, but I wanted to prove to myself, and I want to prove to those of you that are watching, that are like, you know what? I don't have any money. I can't do anything. I wanted to prove to you that you can and that it's free. Even if you don't have money, you can still make money. Even though you don't have, like, you have resources. We all have resources. And thank God that today we have social media. And there are tons of people you can connect with. There is no excuse. None. You don't have to go around and knock on doors. Like, I hear stories of that. Tarek, he would do that. He would go around, knock on doors. He said he was working like 18-hour days, just reaching out to people nonstop, hanging out signs on the freeway, all over the place, all over town. And it's just, if you want to change your situation, you have to get resourceful, and you have to start doing things you don't want to do. I also saw this. I think I saw this on Facebook today. And it says, if you can tolerate something, it said something to this extent. If you can tolerate something, you won't change it. If you can tolerate something, you won't change it. So if you don't like your situation, but you can tolerate your situation, it's like, oh, well, you know what? I'm barely making it. I'm barely making enough money to get by. But you can tolerate it. You're like, oh, you know what? But it's okay. At least I got a roof over my head. At least I got a job. You start justifying. So if you can tolerate, you're not going to do what you need to do to change it. You don't have any time because you're working 3 jobs. Well, at least I got 3 jobs. You're not going to do what you need to do to change it. It's that simple. So if you can tell, I'm a little passionate about this because I do believe anybody and everybody, regardless of their budget, because I've heard so many stories. I've read stories. I've heard stories. I've watched stories of people with zero money, like no education, go on to become multimillionaires, billionaires. I've watched it too many times. So nobody can go and say, you know what, I can't do it. I mean, I just finished watching, a billionaire, undercover billionaire. And he was given $100 flown to a place he did not know he was going to be flown to. And his challenge was to make that $100 become $1 million business in 90 days. And some of the things he did right away with that $100, he's sleeping in his truck. You know, this is a billionaire sleeping in his truck, $100, right? Can't use any of his contacts. All he can use is his skills, right? His people skills. So that's what he relied on. He relied on his people skills. He relied on the resources he had. First thing he did was get on his phone, because he had a phone, and he looked around to see, he drove around too, but he looked around to see what the need was in the community. So he went on his phone, he looked at what people wanted to buy. He went to see what people wanted, right? What was the need? And then he drove around town looking to solve the need. So he started with looking for commercial tires, because people are looking for commercial tires, wrought iron fencing, just a couple of examples. But what I'm saying is he was resourceful. I'm not even saying do that. I'm saying you got social media. If you got a phone, you got social media, you got an internet connection, Wi-Fi, hotspot, something, you have social media. There are people there that you can communicate with, and it's super simple to do. You can do it right from the comfort of your home. You can do it while you're watching TV even. So there really is no excuse. Is it easy? Hell no. Are you going to get rejected? Yes, you are. But what's the alternative? What's the alternative? To continue doing what you're doing, not making enough money? If that's your situation, I don't know what your situation is. If I'm speaking to you and you're in that position, is that what you're going to continue to do? You're going to continue, well, you know what? I don't have any money. I don't have any resources. I can't do anything. Because I talk to people all the time. They're like, oh, well, I just lost my job. Okay. So what are you doing to earn more income? What are you doing? Oh, well, I'm trying to get another job. Okay, what else are you doing? Oh, well, there really aren't any jobs. So, I'm just hoping it's going to get better. I'm hoping, God will take care of me. These are the things I hear all the time. Grant Cardone says, because I have Cardone University, I'm going through that right now too. And it adds up. I've been listening to these entrepreneurs. I've been listening to these successful people and what they're saying. And they all say the same thing. It's like, you got to get out of your own way. You got to take massive action. You got to do whatever the hell it takes to get out of your own way. So and that's what they did. But see, we come on the line and we're like, oh, you know what? I want to get a sales funnel and I just want to run traffic. And I have no money, but I want to run traffic. Yes, that's going to work. Or, you know what? I'm going to put up a nice good morning post every day on Facebook. And then hordes of people are going to come to me and they're going to buy my products. That ain't going to happen. You got to make noise. You got to get your product in front of people. And if you don't have money, you can't go do advertising. And if you don't have an audience, it doesn't matter what the hell you post on Facebook. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter because no one's going to come see it. Have you ever seen a profile where they're putting up great content, but nobody at all is showing up? There is no engagement. How are you going to sell anything if you have no audience? This is like common sense stuff that people completely miss. I really don't get it, But anyway, that's just what I have for today. It's such a simple thing. It's back to basics, right? And some people are, oh, well, that's old school. Old school works. That's not even old school. Old school is going door to door. Old school is having parties, right? Let's go have a party at my house so I can show you the product, right? Like that's old school. Getting in a car and driving all over the place to see if someone's meeting in a coffee shop. That's old school. Meeting in a hotel room. That's old school. All I'm saying is, and grab your phone, grab your computer, whatever. If you have people on Facebook, reach out to them. If you have people on Instagram, reach out. I choose Facebook. That's my favorite platform. I've tried LinkedIn, I've tried Instagram, I've tried Twitter, I've tried all that stuff, right? When I was first starting, I actually had a strategy on Twitter that did work. And all it was I was just reaching out to people, asking a simple question, seeing if they're open. That's all I was doing. And I would start getting people coming around saying, yeah, I'll check it out. That's all I was doing. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. That's just something I was trying. But we have people everywhere, right? And if you don't have much money, that's what you do. Just start reaching out. And it's all free. It's free. You got an internet connection. It's free. If you don't have an internet connection, go to the library, right? They probably do. So I don't know what situation you're in. I know I've been in some bad situations. I haven't been so bad where I've been homeless or anything like that. I've been blessed not to have to experience that. Thank you, God. But I came close. I've come close in my life to that happening. And the only thing that saved me was me setting an intention, looking at what I have, stop going, oh, well, that's better. That's better. Oh, if only I could do it this way. If only I had money for paid marketing. If only this, if only that, if that, whatever, right? I've been there. I've done that. And I'm telling you, if you don't have money, you need to learn how to use social media effectively enough where you can start making sales. Okay. And if you don't have an audience, you can't just go post a good morning post and expect people to come around and engage with you and want to work with you. That's not going to work. Right. So, I mean, this is something I do teach. I do teach this in my VIP group. I have a VIP group. You get access to it. Click the link below. Go ahead and partner with me. Okay. And you can get access to that training. Now, here's the funny thing. All right. Using the cons, I've seen people that have gone through the training that I provide, and they're literally just blowing it up right now. They're blowing it up. I got people that I've introduced this training to that have gone out and they get better engagement than me. They've created their Facebook is a sales funnel machine for them. It's a funnel for them that they pretty much have set up on autopilot now. They put up a post, they get crazy amounts of engagement. They have it so it's set up so we'll go communicate with the person that's reaching out to them. I mean, it's really a beautiful thing. So the fact that we have all of this at our disposal, it's just incredible. It really is. And I mean, on Facebook, if I were to choose one platform, and I know other people will argue with this, but Facebook has everything you need to create a business, to create a successful business. Facebook has everything you need. It's all there. They got groups where you can put together a group and have like-minded people in the group. Like that's one thing. They allow you to create units. So you could have a whole like membership site basically within Facebook. I mean, everything's there. They have Facebook Lives where you can do video and allow people to get to know, like, and trust you. You can do training on there. I mean, it's just everything is there. You can message people and connect with people. You can put a post that attract people to you. Everything is on Facebook. Everything you need to start growing your business. Now, some people are like, well, I don't want to use Facebook. All right, cool. Well, what else are you doing? Well, if you're doing something that's working, more power to you. That's awesome. Like some people just like to get on the phone. Totally cool. Do the phone. If that's working, do the phone. Nothing against it, but do something. Got to look at your resources. If you don't have money to go buy leads, then you got to do something different to start generating leads, right? Where it's free. It's just something to think about. Anyway, this is what happens when I don't do a video every day. A lot of it builds up. like I start having all these different ideas, and obviously I'm listening to very successful people right now. And it really gets me excited and I want to share it. Right. And I see these mistakes every day, and I'm not perfect. I'm far from it, but I'm working at it. I'm working at getting better. I'm working at improving. I'm working at inspiring more people. So I show up every day. I do quite a bit actually every day. And, sometimes I'll get people, well, and this is something Grant Cardone says too. He's like, well, why are you working so hard? Why are you doing so much? Like people will start telling you that. So when you start taking massive action, when you start reaching out to as many people as you're reaching out to, like my number's still kind of low. 40 a day is really not that high. I mean, I know people that do 200 a day. So it's not that high. But for me, it's a stepping block because it's not something I prefer to do. It's like the worst thing in the world for me to want to do. I really don't enjoy it that much, but I do it anyway. Again, because I want to prove to myself what's possible. And I want to show those that are watching that don't have the resources that they can go do it if they have the will to do it, right? If they have the will to do it. That's the most important thing. You got to have the will. You got to have the desire. I was listening to Think and Grow Rich this morning. Think and Grow Rich this morning. I've listened to that, I don't know how many times, the persistence chapter. And he said, if you don't have persistence, it's because you don't have a burning desire. Your desire is too weak. You need to have a desire, a greater desire. When you have a greater desire, you have persistence, you have will, right? Because they call it why in network marketing all the time. What's your why? What's your purpose? What's your reason for doing this? If your reason is not big enough, then there's no way in hell you're going to go reach out to 999 people. You're going to stop at 10. I see it all the time. I work with my team on this stuff all the time. And it's like, oh, yeah, I reached out to 20 people for the week. Okay. What happened? Oh, nothing. I'm not going to do it anymore. Okay. The desire is not great enough. Oh, I'm going to go find something that's easier to do. Okay. You do that. And I guarantee you, I don't say this out loud, but I think it. I guarantee you, if you continue doing that, continue looking for what's easy, you won't get anywhere. You won't get anywhere. You got to suck it up. You got to go through Suckville. It sucks. I know. I went through hell for 2 years. 2 years straight. Didn't make hardly any money. Did everything wrong. Showing up every day, but I did everything wrong. It just didn't work for me. So I know what it feels like. But if you want your situation to change, then you got to get committed and just do it. And if you have a number like that in mind, I mean, that's a big number. I would think that before you hit that 999, you'd have a number of sales come through. Unless it's just completely tragic, but completely terrible. 999 people telling you no, somewhere in there you're going to get a yes. The only question is, will you stick it out? Will you keep going? Or will you allow that rejection to get you? Will you allow that to really affect you and stop you from pursuing your dreams, stop you from inspiring those that have pretty much given up, inspiring your kids, inspiring your family, right? I mean, it's bigger than you. Okay. Anyway, that's what I got. Hope you have a great weekend. Like I said, I'm going to be busy this weekend, crazy busy, but I will see you. I'm sure I'll have some stuff for Monday, so I'm sure I'll be back on Monday. If you like what I'm about, if you like my message, if you're getting value, definitely let me know. If you want to partner with me, definitely click that link right below, or just feel free to reach out to me. I'm a real guy, and I will get back to you. Okay, so thank you for watching. Appreciate you, and I'll see you next time.